Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're jumping right into a story about revenge, but it's one where the perfect plan just completely falls apart. We're talking about a high-stakes mission, a desperate father, and a target who is, for all intents and purposes, untouchable.
So, where does it all begin? Well, it kicks off with a single, pretty chilling motivation. You've got Michael DeSanta, a retired criminal, who's trying to live the quiet life. But he gets dragged right back in when his son is shot. And the man responsible? None other than Tommy Vercetti, a ghost from Vice City. For Michael, this isn't business anymore. No, this is deeply personal. And honestly, Vercetti just made the biggest mistake of his life.
So the stage is set, right? A father's revenge. But here's the thing. The target, Tommy Vercetti, he's basically a walking fortress. To even get close, Michael is going to need a plan that's absolutely perfect.
All right, let's get into our first section, a father's revenge. This is all about the setup. So what makes this mission so incredibly difficult? I mean, it's not just Vercetti's reputation. It's the entire system that's built up around him to keep him safe.
Okay, so let's break down the target, Tommy Vercetti. We're talking about the former kingpin of Vice City. And he's not just, hiding out somewhere. He's holed up in the super high-end luxury hotel, the OPM Knights. And get this, he's being shielded by the corrupt police chief, a guy named Vincent. This means the entire Los Santos Police Department has basically become his personal security force. So taking him down, it's not just difficult, it is literally designed to be impossible.
So what's the solution? Well, enter the crew's mastermind, Lester. His plan is all about being smart, stealth, not a big, loud gunfight. First, create a fake identity for Michael. Simple enough. Second, get him inside the hotel as a VIP guest. Third, once he's in, gain access to the hotel security cameras to get eyes on everything. And finally, step 4, isolate Vercetti and take him out. It's supposed to be clean, simple, perfect.
Okay, on to section 2, the impossible infiltration. This is where things start to go wrong, because the second Michael steps into that hotel lobby, well, Lester's perfect plan meets chaotic reality head-on.
And just like that, everything starts to fall apart. I mean, the whole plan hinged on checking in as a guest, right? The reality, the hotel's completely booked. There are no rooms available. So in an instant, the entire core of Lester's strategy, having legit access, is just gone. It's a classic case of a perfect plan crashing into messy reality. The mission has pretty much failed before it's even started.
So yeah, Plan A, the whole VIP guest thing, that is officially a bust. Without a room key, Michael is just another guy in a nice suit in the lobby. A nobody. He can't get anywhere near his target up on the penthouse floor. He's got no access, no cover, and the clock is ticking.
All right, time to improvise. Let's go to Plan B, the janitor. Michael takes out a staff member, grabs his uniform, and, most importantly, his master key. This should open every door, right? Well, nope. He gets to the security room, and it's locked down behind a bulletproof window. It's completely impenetrable. So much for that. Plan B, also a failure.
So now he's cornered. He's running out of options fast, and his target is just a few floors above him. So what's the next move? I mean, is there even a plan C? What do you do? How do you get into a fortress when you've tried the front door and the back door and both are sealed tight?
Well, the answer comes from a pure stroke of luck. Michael overhears that Vercetti has ordered champagne up to his room, so he ambushes a waiter, steals the uniform, and makes one last desperate move. The logic is simple. If you can't break into the fortress, you become the help.
And that brings us to Section 3, Ambush and an Ally. This is the penthouse showdown. Michael, disguised as a waiter, is finally standing right at Vercetti's door. This is it. This is the moment.
But here's the thing about Vercetti. He's always one step ahead. The second Michael enters the suite, he realizes he's walked right into an ambush. Vercetti hits him with a stun bomb, and Michael is left completely disoriented, totally defenseless. The entire thing, it was a trap.
And just as Vercetti is about to finish him off, something completely unexpected happens. A mysterious woman appears out of nowhere and just starts taking out his men with, brutal efficiency. She saves Michael's life, but in all the chaos, Vercetti manages to slip away. So the mission is a failure, and now there's this huge new question mark hanging over everything. Who is this woman?
Which leads us to Section 4, an explosive escape. We're talking a full-on citywide manhunt. Vercetti is gone,
The entire hotel is on high alert, so Michael and his mysterious new ally have only one option left: fight their way out.
So they fight their way up to the roof and literally parachute off the side of the skyscraper with police choppers closing in all around them. Down below, the rest of the crew is ready. They land right near Trevor's armored limo, and Franklin is providing air support from a helicopter above. Yeah, the mission has officially gone from stealth to all-out war. And this isn't some quick getaway either. This chase goes on for over 12 hours. It is a relentless pursuit that rages through the night, into the next morning, and stretches across the entire county.
And up in that helicopter, Franklin is just unleashing a storm of RPGs. He's turning police cruisers into fireballs, clearing a path for Trevor's limo down on the street. I mean, think about that. That's the level of firepower they need just to stay alive.
All right, our final section. One enemy down. The fight comes home. So after finally shaking the cops, the crew, totally exhausted, makes it back to their base. They think they're safe. They are so wrong. The fight has followed them.
And this final ambush is just swift and brutal. Just when they think it's all over, the corrupt chief himself, Vincent, the guy who is protecting Vercetti, shows up and attacks their base with a minigun. But just as he's about to wipe them all out, their new ally comes through again, ramming Vincent with a truck. And with the chief wounded and at their mercy, the entire crew gets to deliver their own kind of justice.
So with Vincent gone, the entire balance of power just completely shifts. You have to understand, he was the shield. He was the one protecting Vercetti. By taking him out, the crew has torn a huge hole in Vercetti's defenses. He's exposed now.
So, one enemy is down, but Vercetti is still out there. He's more vulnerable than he has ever been, for sure. But the biggest question of all is still hanging in the air. Who is their new ally? I mean, she saved Michael's life, not once, but twice, and helped take down a corrupt police chief. But we have no idea what her motives are, who she really is, or what her endgame is. It's a total mystery, and it looks like Michael's fate is now completely tied to hers.